Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. And the title of this video says, should you come to Pattaya this high season? Now we're going to have a chat about this question while we have a walk around the Royal Garden shopping mall. And that's the one with the airplane stuck in the side of the building directly in front of you there. This is the entrance from Second Road, and the mall runs all the way through to Beach Road. And above the mall, on the top floor, is the Ripley's Believe It or Not, which is really quite good. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's just good for a walk around. You actually don't even have to pay to go in to enjoy it, because there's lots of stuff to see, which I will do on another video, not on this one. So we'll go in this entrance and we'll continue the chat about high season. Let's just establish when high season is, because we're talking about should you come for high season. So when is high season? Now everyone would agree that officially it starts on the 1st of November, but when does it finish? Now once again, officially it used to finish after Songkran on the 19th of April in Pattaya. However, that is way too long these days. In my opinion, high season is over by the 1st of March. Having lived here through many high seasons, I always see a large fall off in the amount of visitors by the end of February, after Chinese New Year. And also, why is high season in these months? Well, the main reason is the weather, as the rainy season is normally finished by the 1st of November, and for the next 4 months the weather is cooler and more pleasant, and you don't sweat all the time like you do in the other 8 months of the year. And of course it also includes Westerners' New Year. I mean, that's not Thai New Year, which is in April, and it's not Chinese New Year, which is usually in February. Then of course there's Christmas. Now Christmas is becoming less and less relevant every year as the tourist demographics change and less Westerners are coming. After all, Thais are not Christians, neither are the majority of tourists from China and India and Malaysia. So last year, I remember Christmas was celebrated for only one day, which was Christmas Eve, actually, and that was it. So I'm not Halloween, yeah? Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So let's get on with the main subject, shall we, of the video, about whether you should come to Pattaya this high season. Now, from what I'm seeing so far, it looks like it's not going to be a busy high season this year. I may be wrong, but it's not. The signs are not showing that. Now, why do I think that? Well, I've lived here for 13 years, and I've seen the build-up of high season many times. And it normally starts to get busier during October. But this year, that has not happened at all. And I'm not the only YouTuber to comment on this. I was watching one the other day, and the YouTuber did comment and say it's very quiet, which is true. There's a lack of tourists. It's now at the end of October, and Pattaya looks like it's still in the depths of low season, to be quite honest. I mean, there's nowhere near the amount of tourists here that you would expect at this time of the year. Now, obviously there are notable exceptions, which are the established well-known venues like certain 3 or 4 nightclubs around Walking Street and 3 or 4 of the best gents clubs, and some of the bars on Bukkao, which are very well known. It gives the sort of illusion that Pattaya is busy, but if you look at the majority of the beer bars, they have virtually no customers at the moment. and this is very nearly November now. There are two major large beer bar complexes. Now that's Tree Town and the new Midnight, and they're very quiet at the moment. The places which are busy are the very expensive dancing bars on Walking Street, but the customers are 90% Korean, who don't mind the crazy prices. I mean, they jump on a plane, it's 4 or 5 hours flight, and they can come for a long weekend. It's different for them, you know, it's not a long flight. And they can come and go many times in the year. By the way, I'm not including in this chat the window shoppers only, which are the Chinese tour groups and the Indians, who just walk around and spend virtually nothing. So I'm not really including them. You see them, but they're not spenders. They're not going to help Pattaya. But as far as you guys are concerned, an awful lot of the girls have come back to work here, and the bars are having less of a problem finding staff. I mean, there are still a lot of bars opening, like the new Midnight, for example. However, shortage of girls is not the problem like it was last year. Now the problem seems to be shortage of customers. Now, an awful lot of you guys have told me that you're not coming back this high season, mainly because of the high airfares and the inflation in the West, which of course I can understand. But before you make your mind up finally, there is something to consider, and that is the principle of supply and demand. Right now, there's plenty of supply but very little demand. And what usually happens in that situation? You know, the prices are forced down. That's what normally happens. Now, right now, if you stay away from the dancing bars where the Koreans go, or the very few very busy bars on Soi Buakhao, if you stick to the normal beer bars, then you'll find that the staff are becoming more willing to negotiate down from the silly prices that they were asking recently. Now, the majority of the, we'll call them average staff, are definitely willing to do a deal. And it's looking like this may continue through November. We'll have to wait and see about that, but it's looking that way. Not sure about what used to be known as peak season, which is the 3 weeks from the 17th of December until the 7th of January this year. I would imagine those 3 weeks will still be busy and more expensive. I would imagine so. But if you're thinking of coming sometime in the high season, maybe come before the 17th of December. There are plenty of bar staff here now, and really they're desperate for customers, most of them. You only need to watch our Soi 6 Patreon videos to see how desperate they are. Now, talking about the 6, that's one of the places where the prices are reasonable. And once again, you'll see on the Patreon videos that there are hundreds of staff and very few customers compared to how it used to be. Now, I've had the odd comment here and there from the odd guy about ST being 2,000 on the 6, and that's just not the case at all. The reason that they found that is because the customers did not know how to negotiate. Very simple. If you negotiate, you get a good price. Yeah. The truth is, the 6 is amongst the best value in Pattaya, and in my opinion should be one of the very first places that you visit in high season. In fact, I do know some guys who spend their entire vacation on the 6. They stay in the hotels up on Soi 5, you know. There's 2 or 3 nice hotels up there and a few on Beach Road, and they stay in that area. It's on the bus route, so it's easy to get anywhere else you want to. If you want to go down to Walking Street, you can just jump on a bus from down Beach Road and come back up Second Road, but you stay up near the 6th because that's where you like to spend a lot of your time. That is the case with many guys. Now another place which has always been good value and will remain good value through high season, I've no doubt, is Soi Pothole or Chai Poom 25. I mean, there are some really good places on there. I mean, there are now a few gents clubs on there. There's 3 up at the top end, and there's Amon's Bar, which is excellent, and there's Kubla Bar, which is great for cheap beer, you know, and that price is down, and it's going to stay down through high season. So, you know, there are good places to go where you can get good value throughout high season. Don't start thinking you're going to get ripped off, because you don't need to. If you watch my videos and you check places out, you really can find good value. You know, don't go being a tourist and getting ripped off. Don't go down to Walking Street and go in these bars down there and get totally ripped off. Don't do it, okay? And high season especially is the time when you don't go there. That's when you really get ripped off. Stay up at your other end. Stay up sort of Bukaw Way or Soi 6 or around that area, and go to GC, go to gents clubs. They are wonderful value. They really are. You know, so you need to learn where to go so you don't get ripped off. That's very important, and that's why I do all these videos, to try and help you. All my videos are information videos, not just walking around and showing silly pictures. It's information, always information on my videos. And I try to help you guys as much as I possibly can and give you the knowledge that I've got from 20 years of coming here, over 20 years of coming here. So you don't come empty-handed, you understand what's going on, you know. And one last thing, don't fall in love. That's really, really desperately important to remember that one, okay? So anyway, high season, come, by all means come. I think you should come. It's not that busy, and I don't think it's going to be that busy, and I think you'll find that the prices are not silly most of the time if you're careful. I think you should come this high season and enjoy yourself and have a great time, you know. Anyway guys, thank you for watching the video. Have a look at Patreon. If you want to look at Soi 6 as it really is uncut, have a look at Patreon, and please subscribe and like and share and ring the bell. And thank you very much for watching the video, guys. See you on the next one.